I like it. That's great. Let's do it.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
That's right.
This is the East Daily Download.
So let's get started.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I will be your tour guide on this very special Best of 2020 edition of the show. Today what we're going to focus in on, let me look at my notes here from Lauren, nonprofits. So, okay, we've got the nonprofit, Caring for Carolina nonprofit spotlight, and we're going to kind of key in on that on this episode and feature a couple of organizations that we've highlighted throughout the course of the year and really this fall. You know, we're very fortunate to work for a large company that has a foundation. Nexstar Media Foundation really does a lot of great work in the local communities that their television stations are in, donating money to help organizations. And we were very fortunate that the Nexstar Media Foundation was able to donate some money, and we were able to present that to a few organizations. We're going to highlight that. I actually have the large check here that we took to the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. This is a really, they're all really great charities. This one for me personally is kind of really near and dear to my heart, and they're great people. They do a lot of great and important work, and we were really fortunate to be able to present them the $5,000 check to help out here in Eastern North Carolina local families. Did you know that $1 provides 5 meals? So just think about that. So even if you can only give $10, $5, it still makes a significant difference. Let's check out some of this from the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina.
Now downloading Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight.
The Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight is a way to celebrate local organizations making a huge difference in our community. The Nexstar Media Charitable Foundation donated a total of $20,000 to 4 nonprofits in $5,000 checks. We were on the scene when WNCT anchor Ken Watling gave one of the checks to George Young with the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, this is Ken Watling at the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, the Greenville branch, and we're happy to be making a donation today on behalf of WNCT 9 on your side and the Nexstar Media Charitable Foundation. With me it's George Young from the Food Bank, and George, I'd like to present you and everyone here $5,000 from WNCT and the Nexstar Media Charitable Foundation, and I know this will go a long way into what the great job you guys do here.
We really appreciate it, Ken. Thank you so much. This is 25,000 meals, and this will just go right to our holiday meals initiative that we have ongoing right now, and the food is going to be going right out the door here next week.
It's a busy time of the year, huh?
Very busy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
There's really been an uptick in the call for food assistance, and we've seen a 38% increase in folks requesting food.
But with the increase in request came an increase in cost to keep up with the demand.
We have an increase in our costs for trucks, men, fuel. The food distribution costs have risen.
Things that might not first come to mind when you think about the food bank, but really 97 cents of every dollar donated goes towards food distribution.
I got involved with the food bank back in 2016, I believe, and seeing the desire and the motivation they have to get out there and to meet these people and to be able to bring in food to help these families was something that was really inspiring to me.
The food bank staff has distributed more than 17 million pounds of food in the East since March 16th.
And we have over 170,000 people here in our region that are considered food insecure. We have a lot of folks working part-time jobs, been furloughed, been laid off. Folks are really struggling to put meals on their table.
George says the best way to help the food bank right now is through financial donations.
It's so important because each and every year we know, people are struggling during the holidays, and even more so this year with the COVID-19 pandemic. So for the food bank to continue to do what they're doing day in and day out, despite the pandemic, they're out there every day helping people. And for us to be able to lend a little bit of a helping hand means a lot, and knowing that it's going to help so many people in the East.
The donation from Nexstar Media Charitable Foundation will provide 25,000 meals to families and people in need right here in Eastern North Carolina. To get connected to the food bank, visit our website at WNCT.com and click on the Download tab. I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
We'll be right back with more local stories on the East Daily Download.
Hey, we're back here on a very special Best of 2020 edition of the East Daily Download. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are focused on our nonprofit spotlight from Caring for Carolina. We just talked about the food bank. Also, we were very fortunate to be involved with and help out with the Ronald McDonald House. Now, for a number of years, WNCT has partnered with the house to do a fundraising telethon, usually at the beginning of August. This year, due to COVID, it was a virtual event, but also primarily due to COVID, it fell a little short of its fundraising goal. So again, we were very fortunate that the Nexstar Foundation was able to step in and make a contribution as well to help out. So we love being involved with them. They do such great work. They're really great people. And if a family is in need with the child in the hospital, they are there. They are such a crucial resource. So why don't I stop talking and why don't we check out a little bit from the Ronald McDonald House.
Now downloading Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight.
I bet you guys can tell where we are today at one of the 7 Ronald McDonald homes here in Eastern North Carolina. With the Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight, Nexstar is donating $5,000 to this impactful organization. It'll help children and their families in need here. So today we are joined by Megan Woodard, the Executive Director here at the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina. Could you tell me a little bit about this donation of $5,000 from Nexstar and how is that going to impact this amazing work that you do?
Wonderful. So yes, we are so excited to have this partnership with WNCT and so wonderful for Nexstar's wonderful partnership as well. This is for a deficit that we had in our telethon this year, so they greatly decided to give us that $5,000 to help us reach our goal that we had this year. Now the telethon was one of the only fundraisers we've been able to have this year, where we actually, we've had to cancel a lot of them because of COVID. So the $5,000 is really going to help us to be able to continue our mission to support families in their time of need when they have a sick or injured child.
Yes, even during that time you guys were able to find different ways to get creative and support
Absolutely,
people. We had to be
able to do what we're here to do and take care of families. So getting creative is what a lot of us have had to do during this pandemic.
Yeah, I can tell this pandemic will not stop the mission and message here at the Ronald McDonald House.
That is exactly right. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Nexstar and WNCT. We couldn't provide the care that we do for our families without supporters like them. And then of course to our community. We appreciate all the support and the love that they give us.
Yes. Well, I know everybody's happy to be able to, support this organization. So thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So we are here today at the Ronald McDonald House, joined by Amy, the general manager of WNCT, our station. Talk about the relationship with WNCT and the Ronald McDonald House and why it's important to keep that going in our community.
We have partnered with the Ronald McDonald House for the past 5 years, doing telethons with them every August. And over the last 5 years, we have raised over $60,000.
Wow.
So this year, as I said, it was a little short because of the pandemic and people just, aren't as able to give as they were. So we really wanted to step in and help.
So the reveal, how was it for you today to be able to give that check?
Oh, it was great. It felt so good to be able to help, families in need in Eastern North Carolina and to help the Ronald McDonald House because they do such good work to help families really focus on what they need to do when their children are sick is to help those children get well. And they really fill in the gap and give them the support that they need. So it's such an important work that they do.
I can tell, and that's a situation that I can't even imagine. So just to have, more money to support their mission and the impact they're making, I think is important. Tune in later this week to see how Nexstar is supporting other nonprofit organizations in our community. I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
The end of one year and the beginning of a new year gives us a great time to reflect on what we're thankful for. There are many great organizations right here in the East that could use your help to better serve those in need. We know they would appreciate any help you can offer.
Happy holidays from WNCT 9 on your side.
It's my favorite time of year, but putting up these decorations can be pretty difficult when you don't have hands. Ah, man. Almost done. I've been working at this for hours. Wait! Oh, I think I inhaled a candy cane.
Happy holidays from WNCT 9 on your side, Morning Edition.
Clarkson Show!
I can't even hug her. I'm touching people. I'm touching you. I'm touching you.
This show is about connection, and not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves, they're gonna get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart?
Let's just check it out.
The major key is to make sure they watch the Kelly Clarkson Show.
Kelly Clarkson, weekdays at 3 on 9 on your side. We'll be right back with more local stories on the East Daily Download.
Hey, we are back here on this very special Best of 2020 edition of the East Daily Download. Hope you're all doing great today. So we are focused on Nonprofit Spotlight and what that means to local nonprofits in Eastern North Carolina. They all do great work. They're all really important to helping the local community out. So we are very fortunate to work for a company that really believes in giving back at a local level. And our Next Star, which is the parent company that we work for, foundation, was able to make another donation, this time to the Salvation Army, because for years we have been partnered with them for the Angel Tree. And this year, again with COVID, there is a concern that maybe not as many children would have Christmas presents, because what happens is you take a angel off of a tree or do it virtually and you buy those items and drop them off for that child. But you know, with people having less money this year, with the economy, with people being able to get out less, that was a serious concern. So luckily we were able to donate some money to help out, and spent some time talking to the Salvation Army, spent some time at the organization. So why don't we go check that out, spend a little bit of time with them. Salvation Army.
Now downloading Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight.
I'm Anissa Sakile with today's Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight. I'm at the Salvation Army, where Next Star is donating a $5,000 check. But there's ways for you to get involved at home through donations or volunteering.
It is a wonderful thing, so we're very excited. $5,000 to help with the children here in Fitt County. So thank you very much.
Yes, and I know you all have a lot of different programs, from Angel Trees. I know that you feed senior citizens during Thanksgiving and the holidays. So what exactly is this money going to be helping you guys with?
All of those programs are probably a little bit more.
These are things that you were doing before COVID-19 as well as you're keeping them going now. So what's different? What's changed?
It's a little bit harder to get volunteers to come out and help us. It's harder to get bell ringers to do that. And that program is very important because it helps to get funding for us so that we can help pay rent, electricity, and other things, medicine for people in the winter months.
Yeah, that's very important. So how can our viewers get involved with those programs?
If they would just call and volunteer, they could maybe get their church group, or maybe they could get their office group to do that. We have measures in place so that they will be safe, so they don't have to worry about COVID.
And I think that's important because although this is happening now, you know, Christmas is still important. You know, these kids, they need those special holiday memories.
The thing is, people need to remember that children have lost school, they've lost summer. We can't let them lose Christmas. We cannot let them lose Christmas. We need to rescue Christmas for these kids.
That's the bottom line. We're saving Christmas, and you guys keep it every year, which is so important.
They're very concerned about having enough donations due to COVID for this year. So we're so excited that we can help them out with that project, because it's very special to us. The station has co-sponsored the Angel Tree with Salvation Army for at least 7 years now. So it's a project that we do every year, so we're happy to help.
I know it's nice to be able to make that impact, and like Major Connie was saying as well, just with COVID, things have been different. So why did you feel like now was a good time to make sure that this can continue to go on?
Well, it's just because kids need a good Christmas. They need to know that they're going to have something under the tree on Christmas morning, and that's what the Angel Tree program does. And to be able to make a donation to help that program along this year, especially with COVID going on and people not having as much. It's really important to our hearts at WNCT.
We can connect you with different ways to donate as well as volunteer with the organization. So thank you so much, Amy, and we'll connect you on our website.
For those in need, there's never been a greater time of need. Join the Salvation Army in our fight to bring hope to those in our community struggling the most. Drop off your donation today at a local Eastern North Carolina chapter or give at salvationarmycarolinas.org. In these uncertain times, the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina is helping to ensure our community's health, safety, and access to food. Please support the Food Bank with a donation of funds at foodbankcenc.org/COVID-19give.
Here at Methodist Home for Children, our work is always essential and the need is always growing as we continue to take in children. Now more than ever, we need loving foster homes willing to provide safe, stable homes and donations to fight abuse and neglect in the Pitt County area. See how you can foster or help by visiting mhfc.org today. Change a life for the better with Methodist Home for Children, because every child deserves a chance.
Now downloading Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight.
For today's Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight, WNCT-9 partnered with the Boys and Girls Club of the Coastal Plain to make a $5,000 donation sponsored by Nexstar Media's charitable foundation.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Boyd, and I'm the president and CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Coastal Plain. It's such an unprecedented time. We've had to rethink and redevelop what is youth development in this age of COVID. And the biggest number one priority is keeping our kids safe, because by keeping our kids safe, we're keeping our families and communities safe as well.
I think it's so important, especially this holiday season with COVID and the pandemic, that we don't forget that holidays are going to be tough for some families this year, and it's important that we all do what we can to give and give what we can.
We are so thankful to the folks who have already started to make donations for holidays for our families. Our families are doing food drives for the food bank here, but it really is a difficult time for a lot of families.
So we went from about 300 a day to now we're about like 40 a day. So yeah, it's a drastic, it's still loud though. It's still loud, like it's 300 kids in here.
And then what's something that you kind of noticed as a program director here that despite, COVID and despite this health crisis that you're still able to implement and just proud of during this time?
I think still being able to hear the kids screaming and yelling and having fun, I think, because that was my biggest fear of, oh my gosh, we went from 300 kids to 40. It's going to be super quiet. The kids are going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm at school again. And that's our biggest thing here. We want to have high-yield activities where we teach them, like fun learning activities, but we want to make it fun and make it unique. So I think that was the hardest part, or the most part I was worried about. But now that I'm here, I feel like it's kind of like a self-challenge as well, being able to challenge myself to see, okay, how can I modify this game? How can I modify like Uno or anything like that they were so used to playing before, to make it fun and make it engaging for the kids? So I think I'm really proud of that. We still kept that family function and we kept that fun environment.
Now we can't just share a great big Lego table, right? Everybody has to have their own set. And so it's going to allow us to have more of the kid-friendly things in their own tables and access to more of the playful things of childhood. And that's what we're most excited about, because we really had to focus our early investments on the necessary PPEs.
Well, our partnership with the Boys and Girls Club is just getting started, and we're really looking forward to working with them because they do so much good for the kids in our community. And we are hopeful that this $5,000 donation will help them meet the needs of the kids here at the Boys and Girls Club.
Our biggest focus right now is academic success, helping them to remediate from the months of learning loss that they had, but also their social and emotional well-being. So making sure that they have the opportunity to be physically active and eat healthy food, but also to play games with their friends and to remember what childhood is really like.
All sorts of ways to get involved, and it's very important that you do what you can. I mean, sometimes it's not just money or things. Sometimes it's just your time. And these kids can really use time.
For more information on how to get involved with the Boys and Girls Club here in Eastern North Carolina, go to WNCT.com and click on the Download tab. I'm Anissa Sakile with today's Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight.
Well, that's going to wrap up this very special Best of 2020 edition of the East Daily Download, where we focused on Nonprofit Spotlight. And we've been fortunate enough to talk about the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, the Ronald McDonald House, Salvation Army, and what we just saw, the great Boys and Girls Club here in the Eastern North Carolina area. They all do great work. They're all really important. They all serve the communities locally and really help the local community grow. Boys and Girls Club, is a great resource for kids. So if you can donate to any of these, they would all appreciate it. Don't forget, this holiday season, the best gift that you can get somebody, you know what it is? Are you waiting for me to tell you? It's the WNCT mobile app. Someone has a new phone or even an old phone, it doesn't matter what kind of phone it is, go onto that phone and download that mobile app for them so they can watch the East Daily Download. Also, download at WNCT.com is our email address. We're on social media, Facebook and Instagram. East Daily Download is the hashtag. And WNCT.com. You can find the show there as well if you can't watch it live on air under the download tab. So check any of those items out wherever you can find them. Help your local nonprofits, even if it's not the ones we've spotlighted. Help out the ones that you care the most about. Okay, that's going to do it for today's episode. We'll see you again probably tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. I'm out.
Tomorrow on the East Daily Download, we'll be here with another special holiday edition. Happy holidays from everyone here on the East Daily Download. Join us tomorrow for the East Daily Download here on Eastern North Carolina CW.